Hey, Mr. Hockett here, executive producer of WATv. I just want to start off the show by thanking every student that was a part of it. We're going to list the credits at the end of the show for every student that you saw working behind the scenes or in front of the camera. They put in so much work. Josh is going to mention this is our 10th quarantine episode of the year. Some schools totally stopped doing episodes once they went into quarantine, and we did one every week for the rest of the time. I'm so impressed with my students. I appreciate them a lot. And this is Josh Woodall's last episode. He ends up being our anchor one more time. I just so appreciate what Josh has done throughout this time, but also what he was doing way beforehand as well. So special thank you from me, Josh, and I appreciate everything that you've done. Now let's get on to our last episode of this year, episode 30. We made it all the way. Can't wait for a new school year next year with new people, new leadership. Appreciate everything that everyone's done this year. Peace.
What is up, Wheaton Academy? It is our 10th quarantine episode of the year. It is the 30th episode for the WATv, and it is the last week, and it is finals week. This is our last WATv episode, and I don't have an anchor this time because, everyone is busy doing things, but, J-Dog is always there. This is my last episode. And for WATv, it's been an amazing journey for me. I've been able to learn and grow, make content, and actually just make you guys laugh. And the best part of WATv is being able to show what I did in front of the whole school and see their reaction, whether good or bad, because I learned from it. So I want to thank the entire student body. Thank you for hearing my voice. Thank you for putting up with me if I ever put a camera in your face or ever asked you to be in an interview. And thank you for watching my content during the community time when you could have checked out. So really appreciate it, and I only hope for the best for WATv in the future. It's going to be even better. I cannot wait to see. But we still have one more episode. It's not completely over yet. This time, Chris Parez talks about college.
With the class of 2020 graduating in less than a week, I had the opportunity to interview one of its members and my friend Chris Parez about some of his favorite memories from high school and some of the goals and things that he's looking forward to while going into college. So Chris, as your high school wraps up, what are some goals you have going into college?
Definitely trying my hardest. I know college is going to be tough, just going into a new atmosphere, not knowing a lot of people. I committed to Concordia St. Paul for football, so that's another thing that I'm excited for. Just giving it my all with everything I have. Trying to build those relationships as I did in high school. It's probably one of the main parts I focus on. So just excited for that.
Yeah. After your 4 years of high school, what are some of your best memories that you can look back upon right now?
I'd probably say playing sports, to be honest. Going into freshman year, I didn't know anybody. I was the only kid from my middle school to go to Wheaton Academy. So when I played basketball and football, that really just built relationships and friends that I just didn't know I would have. So I'd definitely say I'd miss playing sports. Just Friday night football and then all the basketball games that I had. Yeah.
What's some advice that you could give someone going into their freshman year of high school? Some advice, to try to maximize their 4 years of high school.
I'd say put yourself out there. As a freshman, I was kind of insecure. Not insecure, but kind of shy. And I didn't really put myself out there as much as I did sophomore, junior, and senior year. So I'd say
all right. Well, thanks, Chris, for your time. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey through college and on to that next part of life.
Chris Parez talks about college and his football career, and honestly, a lot of schools are still deciding on sports in the fall because of the contact or because of the closeness of it. No one really knows, but for the arts, the fine arts can be done digitally. Sports are a little harder to do. So we have athletes we have in mind, especially the seniors coming up, the juniors that are now going to become seniors. Obviously, we want you guys to have a good senior year. And so we hope everything gets back to normal by the time sports comes around, where we can safely play sports. And our next topic, Schuler Williams in California, dives in about mental health.
Hello, Wheaton Academy. I'm Schuler Williams. I just want to take the time to shed light on an issue that could be potentially blossoming during this time in quarantine. While most of us are spending numerous hours and countless days at home, it is possibly inevitable to slip into a state of depression or experience extreme anxiety because of the situation that we, America, and the world are all facing. Mental health is extremely important. I had the opportunity to interview and ask the professional advice from Miss Kirsten Kingsley. Miss Kingsley is a licensed professional counselor and is a mental health speaker here in the Chicagoland area.
Right now, with everything happening with quarantine and COVID, it's really important to have this conversation about how this is impacting teens' mental health. This is a very traumatic experience because everything that teens knew, right, literally blew up in front of their face. It's going to be really, really important for teens to check in with themselves and whatever their support system looks like, their family, extended family, friends. All these mixed emotions, thoughts, feelings. They're sad, they're mad, they're angry, they're overwhelmed, they're frustrated. And going into the future, right, they didn't get to finish out their last semester, especially for seniors, right? Those milestones that they look forward to didn't happen. What I would recommend is that it's going to be really, really important for teens to establish new routines. Jumping out of bed at 6 o'clock, getting to school, getting in the classroom by 7:20 or whatever the time is no more. They need to establish, but they still have to, right, get up. You can't sleep all day. And so maybe they need to get up at 9 or 10, right? Eat breakfast. Do some of your coursework, take a break, and then finish up your coursework maybe early afternoon or whatever works for you. But there has to be some semblance of normalcy or a new normal. Healthy eating habits, right? We all find ourselves just going to the refrigerator, just snacking, eating all day because we're bored. Really incorporating movement and exercise into their daily routine is really important, right? We're so used to being busy out in the world, and now everything has paused, stopped, and we have ceased. Walk around the block, get on your bike. Link into some fitness classes that are happening online. What's really, really important is staying connected with their friends. They're not seeing them face to face in person. And so teens are tech savvy, so it'll be important for them to, link up with Zoom or link up with Google Hangouts. For those teens who are really struggling, and there are many, depression has heightened, anxiety has heightened, even suicidal thoughts has heightened. And so it'll be important for those teens to, reach out to family members or make an appointment with their pediatrician, maybe their primary care physician, and even a mental health care provider. I just encourage the teens out there is be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself. We are all in this together, and we will get through this together.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kingsley, for joining us. This is not only a difficult time for America, but the entire world. Please take the time to pray and support your communities. Take care of yourselves and stay healthy. And remember, we are all in this together. For WATv News, this is Schuler Williams signing off.
Schuler, that was an awesome segment, and thank you again for making content all the way in California for us to see. Is refreshing. But for this instance, though, mental health is seriously, obviously, is a big issue, especially right now since everything's a little different and people are taking the quarantine differently. So if you or anyone you know may be experiencing, depression, anxiety, or any of the symptoms that were shown in the video, please reach out. You're not alone. We have a WATV community. We have student services. We have, there's people out there that want to listen, hear you talk. And honestly, if it can't be done face to face, then, virtually is necessary. It can also help. So please, we'll keep you in our prayers, but do whatever you can to get the help that you need and you deserve. And I hope that, through this community that we have, even during the summer, that we're there for each other. So if you guys know someone, or just check up on anyone today. That's your challenge. Check up on someone today, see how they're doing, and I guarantee it's going to make their day. Our next segment, the parents, not the students, the parents talk about e-learning. Check it out.
Public and private schools in Illinois have been closed since March 17th. As a result, all K-12 students have been learning remotely for the past 9 weeks. I interviewed some parents to get their perspective on e-learning and how it's affected their children.
I'm Robin Vega. I have 2 children, Emma Vega and Ellie Vega. They are 16 and 13 years old.
My name is Jennifer KANG. My son Jeremy is a sophomore at WA.
I'm KATI. I live in Elmhurst with 4 children, a daughter in 7th grade, a son in 6th grade, a son in kindergarten, and then a 1.5-year-old daughter.
My name is SUZY SCHLIE, and I have a daughter who is in 3rd grade, a freshman, and a junior.
My 6th and 7th grader have not had a problem transitioning into e-learning. They did a great job keeping up on their assignments, turning them in on time. There was a bit of a learning curve where they realized if they got behind on their work or didn't complete it in an appropriate manner, kind of like college, it just started piling up on them.
With our 9-year-old, there's a little bit of an adjustment in understanding all the assignments she had to get done and making sure she completed everything. But it didn't take long, and I think the teachers were helpful to give extra time if that was necessary.
Challenges for my children on e-learning have been staying motivated in their schoolwork. It's easy for the dog to walk by, and it's easy for them to go, oh, hey, come on, let's play. And stay focused on your e-learning. Just get it done.
Not being in the actual class is missed. I think he'd prefer being in his classes, especially in a class like his, he's taking chemistry. And so missing out on, your lab partners and that kind of hands-on part of the class has been a challenge to do that sort of class.
Well, I think for Sophia, it was the newest experience for her, being 9, and it's been great to just see her learn how to use a computer more. It's been fun to see her peers and to see her teacher and seeing how they can still connect.
I guess I've learned that to appreciate what is available on campus, but also really to also appreciate the fact that that this sort of e-learning opportunity, or that we had those off-campus learning days earlier, even when it wasn't the pandemic, and that kind of prepared and set the stage for what had to go on these past couple months.
As the school year ends, all students and parents hope for in-person learning to resume in the fall. This is Kenna Tolman from WATv, signing out.
First off, I want to say congratulations to everyone that has completed their e-learning journey. I know e-learning was a big shift. It was kind of hard, but you guys did it. Congrats. And everyone is in finals week right now. This is the first day of finals. You guys can finish strong. Finish strong. You guys can do it. But it was a cool perspective to see the parents' side of things. I mean, obviously, the parents would have to maybe help students and stuff like that. But seriously though, congratulations on finishing e-learning. You're almost done. You're almost on summer break. So keep going. And this time, here's a video to what the seniors would say to their freshman self. Check it out.
If I could give my freshman self any advice, it would be...
If I were to give advice to my freshman self...
Okay, advice for my freshman self, I would probably say...
My advice to freshmen would be...
Get ready to surrender, because high school has so many joys, so many struggles, so many trials that come along with it.
Do not listen to the words that are said about you.
Your grades do not define you.
Speak up more. Just don't take any of your high school experience for granted.
I can tell you right now, being a senior transfer was never on my agenda from freshman year.
The only thing that matters is what Jesus says about you.
If I had that mindset when I was a freshman, I feel like I would have had a much different freshman year.
Especially given the circumstances right now, it's really made me realize how much I'm gonna miss everything.
The way that it has happened, the way that the Lord has worked through me for it has been so fruitful, and I would not have had it any other way.
If I was to say something to my freshman self, I would say, don't be afraid to be you. Actually, over a while, it took me a while, but eventually, up until now, I was able to be myself. And, the WA community likes that. Just be yourself. Don't sweat. You don't got to worry about no pressure on friends. Don't worry about the girls. Don't worry about the day. Just be yourself and have fun. It's fun. This is a fun journey. Looking back, it felt so long ago, but yet it does not feel long ago. And it was just a fun journey. And if I can do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. But yeah, it was awesome. everyone that was part of it, thank you. But yeah, just have fun. That's what I would say to my freshman self. Seniors, closing out this week at WA, we have 2 more things that you can participate in. We have a baccalaureate service on Friday night where you can receive a challenge from Mr. Thornton and Mrs. Hockett, the Bolts, and Mr. Hogan. And then on Sunday, we have a special tribute and virtual ceremony where we have a couple of videos, hear from the principal and head of school, then be able to celebrate every senior by name. Tune into your YouTube channel for both of these events. And the YouTube channel is Wheaton Academy. If you have not liked and subscribed, I don't know what you're doing, but like and subscribe. But seriously though, this is it. It was a shorter episode. It was a special episode. We just wanted to thank everyone and encourage everyone to keep going during finals week. But you guys honestly have been amazing feedback on the videos. You guys have been awesome. I really appreciate it. And for me, someone that like videos like what they love to do, you guys really encourage me, never shut me down. So thank you guys so much. So the entire student body, thank you. And I hate to say it, and I'm getting a little emotional saying it, but I'll be back. I mean, you'll see me eventually. But for my time here at Wheaton Academy, J-Dog from WAtv is out. Peace.